The Boston Celtics have been the undisputed best team in the NBA all season, but that doesn't mean they're going to take home their first Larry O'Brien trophy since 2008.
You are in Beantown now, baby! Beantown! Beantown!
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamara, and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. Kind words, as always, is greatly appreciated, and it'll keep them coming. And also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, who's stopping the Celtics from asserting themselves in the playoffs like they have in the regular season for the last 6 months? They've been among the best teams in the East for nearly a decade since Jayson, Tatum, and Jaylen Brown joined the team, and this could be the best of all the recent squads. And that's saying a lot considering they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals at least in 5 of the last 7 seasons since Brown was drafted in 2016. And last season, they narrowly missed their second straight trip to the NBA Finals when they took the Miami Heat to 7 games. But this season has looked a whole lot different. Head coach Joe Mazzulla had his first full offseason as the head coach of the Celtics, and President of Basketball Operations Brad Stevens made some major additions to the roster. Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porziņģis joined the Celtics in the offseason to round out the starting 5 that already featured Tatum, Brown, and Derek White. Not to mention the bench is filled with elite role players like Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard, and Sam Hauser. And with so much talent and only one ball, it can be tough for everyone to find a role from game to game. Here's what Tatum had to say in December about the sacrifices each player needs to make for the team to be at their best.
You kind of have to empathize for every guy, right? That is not easy, but, you know, we're winning, and we know we're going to need everybody, to achieve our ultimate goal. So it is true, success looks different every night for every, each guy. But, everybody's contributing at a high rate, and, we're winning. We got, we're the best team in the league. So, winning takes care of everything.
It's not groundbreaking news for a superstar to say they're the best team in the league when they hold the best record by a wide margin and finish with the third best net rating in NBA history at 11.7. But even though the Celtics finished 64-18 and won the East by 14 games, they're still not the surefire conference representative. One of the biggest advantages that the Celtics have held over the league all season is their depth. And even though they have a historic team net rating, the starting group is plus 11 per 100 possessions, worse than Denver, Philly, and Milwaukee. It's still very good, but they don't have a leg up against the rest of the league there. And a great bench unit is still useful in the postseason, but not near as much as the regular season when they often play against each other team's bench units. In the postseason, there's going to be at least 3 starters on the floor at all times. Just get ready for that. So you forget that advantage there, and they still have arguably the best starting lineup in the league. From Holiday to Porziņģis, the Celtics starters can guard 1 through 5 with relative ease, no matter the style of defense they choose. They can switch, they can go under screens, they can go over them, it really doesn't matter. But the offense has to be a bit of a concern. While the Celtics' 5th best player on the floor will often be better than the other team's 5th or even 4th best player, they don't have that true one-of-one superstar to turn into in the clutch like Denver has with Jokic or Dallas has with Luka. Tatum has always been on the precipice of joining that group, but I can't confidently say he's joined it yet. This season in clutch time, which is defined as within 5 points in the last 5 minutes of the game, Tatum took 61 shots and made just 36.1% of those attempts, the 3rd worst shooting percentage among the 23 players to attempt at least 60 shots in clutch time. And all the blame can't be put on Tatum as the Celtics struggled to hold leads fairly often. Notably, they became the 10th team in NBA history to blow a 30-point lead when they lost to the Atlanta Hawks in late March. They also let Cleveland Cavaliers forward Dean Wade drop 20 in the 4th quarter to eliminate a 22-point deficit and win the game earlier in March. Here's what Jaylen Brown had to say about that game against the Cavs when asked if these blowups affect his view of their chances in the postseason.
Today matters. Whether everybody wants to throw it away or not, we got to look at the film and address some stuff because that matters. Your habits are everything. Your mentality is everything. In every game, you can't waste no possessions. Can't waste no time out there on the floor. So, today matters. We need to look at that.
So do the Celtics still have a great chance to win an NBA title in June? Absolutely. But they aren't your typical runaway champion just based on the regular season. They have a lot of work to do, starting with a tough first-round matchup, and could see yet another year with a talented roster go by with nothing to show for it. And one of the teams that could bounce the Celtics from the postseason is the New York Knicks. For more on how their trade deadline moves set them up for a deep playoff run, check out our recent Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, Here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning into this episode of Point of View, and we will see you in the next one.